2020 vision. Cupid hit me with precision. I wonder if.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to go political. Well, not too political, but I'm gonna go kind of political on this album. So, if y'all don't like talking about politics, then click off right now. Um, it's not gonna offend anybody, I promise. But to everybody that doesn't like to talk about politics in a video, then please click off right now. Okay, so what is up, my fellow hip hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G Vance, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my third and final upload for today, the final review that I gotta do today. So yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. So like I said, this album or this EP came out on Tuesday as well. And I'm reviewing it right now just because I still haven't done a video on it. So this is the American Reject EP, and it is by the one and only Taylor Bennett. Yes, it's Taylor. I was calling him Tyler all Tuesday, and then I was like, that doesn't sound right. Then I go to the Apple Music thing, where it says his name, and I was like, Taylor. It's not Taylor, it's not Tyler. It's Taylor. Like, what the fuck? I'm so stupid. So yeah, Taylor Bennett, not Tyler. My bad. Um, but for those of you who don't know who Taylor Bennett is, he is Chance the Rapper's brother, which is kind of fucked up to classify him as just Chance the Rapper's brother, because he is his own artist. He is like he does have talent of his own, and it's kind of fucked up to just consider him as just Chance the Rapper's brother, because Taylor Bennett is honestly he's not like your typical rapper, to say the least. Um, so for those of you who don't know who Taylor Bennett is, he is an open bisexual rapper from Chicago. Um, and first of all, it's not even like about the like bisexual thing. Like yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody like knows about it, but it's like he doesn't make it a big deal as a lot as like most people like would do when it comes to listen to an artist who's like bisexual or like gay or transgender or just something like that. You know what I mean? Like, um, the sexuality like doesn't define anybody, and it shouldn't be a big deal to anybody. And that's exactly what Taylor Bennett like believes in. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal, because as long as like the music he makes is something that you like, then does it really matter like what like sexual orientation he is? You know what I mean? Um, so what's it called? Taylor Bennett. His music speaks to a lot of people, and it's something that I really appreciate about him. He doesn't like focus on making music. Sorry, he doesn't focus on making music for specific people. You know what I mean? Like he does it for everyone. Everyone who is a lover of music, everyone who listens to music. Um, he doesn't discriminate anybody. And he always has like so much like positive like shit to say. You know what I mean? His last EP that came out last year is simply called "Be Yourself," and that's exactly what he promotes on that album. Just be yourself. Excuse me. Um, so he promotes a lot of like positivity. He has a lot of like positive messages in his songs all the time, and that's what I really appreciate about him. Um, and this EP is something else. So this EP is pretty much his view on systematic segregation. You know, as a person who is an open bisexual male, an open bisexual black male that lives in Chicago. It's just his perspective on the like systematic segregation that is happening right now. It's not really. I don't think he really took it to a race thing. To be honest with you guys, like, um, you know, um, most people like focus on the systematic racism, which it really does exist. That whole systematic racism shit, like it exists. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't want anyone to think that it's like that's something that is non-existent. But Taylor Bennett like just mostly wanted to focus on the systematic like segregation that is happening instead of the racism, because like yeah, racism will always be alive and well no matter what. But he wants to focus on like I guess uh, fixing the segregation, because there's a lot of segregation going up in America right now. In the United States right now, there's always been segregation, and it's been getting worse as time goes by. So I think Taylor Bennett just wanted to like be an advocate for that. You know what I mean? And he spreads a lot of like deep political like messages. It's not all political. Like don't get me wrong. It's not all political. But it's just an EP that speaks to everybody living in America. To the white people, to the immigrants, to the black people, to Mexicans, to everybody living in America. Whether they're from here or not. It speaks out to everybody. It doesn't is not an EP that is like supposed to be a symbol of like hope or power for a specific like group of people. It's supposed to be just a message to everybody who living in the United States, pretty much saying, y'all, let's get our shit together. uh you know he you know the thing that we gotta like realize in today's world is that we're all different. We all have different opinions and just different like perspectives of looking at life in general. And the hard truth that I feel like people can't get to their minds yet is that we're not all going to agree with each other, and that's fine. The moment y'all realize that it's okay to not agree with this person, that it's okay that it's okay for this person to not have the same beliefs as you, like it's it's okay. I think it's like so like fucking ridiculous that we all like focus so much on what this person said, on like like, oh, how this person doesn't agree with him, I hate him, like no. you know we're not all going to agree. And and like I said, like it's fine that we don't agree with each other. It's a lot more worse if you like put a person down for having like different beliefs, people don't have to agree with your opinion, but if you're going to get really hurt with with an opinion, a certain opinion that somebody has, that like that's also wrong. You know what I mean? Like it's something that like that we still gotta work on. You know what I mean? And the thing that I appreciate about Taylor, if I forget his fucking last name, Bennett, Taylor Bennett. What I really appreciate about him is that his music targets like for everybody. You know what I mean? It's for anybody that loves listening to music. Is who he makes his songs for. You know what I mean? Like the thing about music is that music is supposed to bring us all together, and like just forget about our like differences that we have, and just like our different opinions, and just like bring us together for us to enjoy music as a unit. You know what I mean? you know Music, like I believe that music doesn't discriminate anybody. Like no matter who you are, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what race you are, like it doesn't discriminate anybody. It's music is truly for everybody. And I think it's kind of like ignorant for like any artist to say that he to say that they don't want like these type of people to listen to their music because they have these certain beliefs. Even with Eminem, Eminem is my favorite rapper of all time. I still listen to him. Like he'll always be my favorite rapper of all time. He'll always be the person that got me into hip hop, that got me into like that like motivates me to want to be a rapper, like like in my career. But when he did that rap at the BET Awards, and he pretty much told every one of his fans who likes Trump, hey, fuck off. Um, you know, I think that freestyle was still really powerful because he is being an advocate for people who don't have a voice, for people who can't speak for themselves. But at the same time, you know, I feel like it's not okay to like tell like a few of your fans to like, you know, not support you anymore because they like Trump. You know what I mean? Like, the fans are the most important thing ever. As I said before, the fans are like your most important like thing ever when you want to be a rapper or just like or just like be an entertainer in general. You know, your fans will always be the most important part ever, because without the fans you ain't shit. And you know, that's something that Taylor Bennett like does well a lot. You know, I think Taylor Bennett is like one of the few rappers out here that has like a really good relationship with his fans. And you know he really cares for them. And you know, he cares for everybody in the world. And you know, he pretty much in this EP just tells everybody just a little friendly reminder of how great we can all be together if we just be ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, Taylor Bennett like doesn't like call out America, or like say how America is like a bad place right now. You know, you know, regardless of everything that of all the bad things that are said about this country, you know, Taylor Bennett is like, you know, he still believes in like the great country that the United States can be, and he also believes in the great power that freedom of speech has, you know. And the reason why this album is called The American Reject is because Taylor Bennett believes that that everybody in this country like at least once in their life has felt, you know, unwanted, unwelcomed, and a reject. And you know, it just speaks to all three of those. Anybody that has felt like a reject, unwelcome, or unwanted in this country, you know, this EP is for you. And just know that we can all be great together if, once again, if we just be ourselves, and if we all work together to see past our differences someday. It's gonna take a while. Like, don't get me wrong, it's gonna take a while. We have a lot of progress to do, but I think, you know, I think we got what it takes. I think my favorite song on this album is probably a song called "Streaming Service," which is Taylor Bennett really like you know, saying, "Do you really feel like a rock star? Do you really feel like a big superstar when you have a #1 hit and like you're like doing all this bad shit? Like, do you really feel like a rock star?" You know, it's like targeting everybody in the industry. It's a really deep song. It's a really deep and smart song. I really appreciate him a lot. And with that being said, that's all I really got to say. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, go ahead and follow Taylor Bennett on Instagram down below. Go show him some love. His new album, The American Reject, has been out since Tuesday, but go ahead and listen to it if you haven't heard it yet. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to stay happy.
Does it really make you feel like a rock star when every single streaming record hits the top chart? When every